Hello and welcome to the Robo Samurai channel. Today I'm going to be talking about this thing. It is Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection Blurr. And yeah, I have not opened this up because this is basically a remold of the other Blurr from the Studio series. Let's go and take a look at it. And here's the box. It's got a nice thing. This was hanging on a peg at Walmart. This is where I picked it up. And yeah, you can clearly see stuff in here. It is the non-plastic packaging. So there's a side view of the art, and then there's the back view. All right, so and there's the bottom and all that. And let's go and take a look at this thing. Let's open it up. Let's take a look. All right, so get this thing because Spudge. Open this up. All right, and it's tied in with paper ties. Great stuff. And there it is. It's tied in with the blue background, and yeah, it might look a little different than what you're used to. So let's see here. There's a package underneath here. Cool. Let's cut that open. Get one here. And I could do a nice little untie and untie these, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. Alright, so this is supposed to represent his IDW form. And there you go, you got that there. And here is, that's all there is to this. Not much of a background or anything like that. So, very cool. Alright, we got the normal piece of paper. That's a warning. It's a choking hazard, and for young ones. And here are the instructions here. So yeah, pretty cool. So let's go on ahead and what's this? Let's find out what this is. Can I even open this without doing damage? Just rip it open here. All right. Oh, and I think I know what these are. These are going to be probably his two accessories, right? So, there they are. Yep. It's like his little welding torch thing, which is the same thing, the same accessory that we got with the Studio Series version. That's kind of what that looks like. Or you get, and you get his gun. And the way these work is that, well, let's see here. At least in the original, you could take this and you could kind of hook it under here. And there's like there's a little area right here where you can essentially just stick this here onto it. And then you can take this. There's two little tabs right here on this. Whoops, and two little slots there. And all you do is you put this right here. And there you go. Does that hold on? Yeah, it holds on. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So, yeah, that's just pretty much what you got. But it's exactly what you get with the Studio Series version of this. Let's take a look here. So these are faux wheels. These are not real wheels. They're painted. They look pretty nice. So, and then we've got, this looks painted here. And you got the little Autobot symbol right there. You got some paint here, a little bit of paint here. I think there's some other things that are painted here. Maybe this blue here. No, this is actually plastic. This is painted. And this silver is definitely paint. So, yeah, looking kind of good. And then you've got like this little detail here. It's kind of a round knob. And then, of course, it looks like, you know, he's got like his spears here for the front. So if we take this off, you can see what they look like there. So and it's pretty much similar, very, very similar to the original. Well, when I say original, I'm talking about the Studio Series one, which I happen to have right here. And so we can kind of do a little comparison here and see some of the differences. And you can take a look at them here, and yeah, so you can see the backs look very similar. The colors are different, the sides are different. This is a new molded piece here, and that is a new molded piece here. So the front and the back here parts. And then, of course, you've got, you know, and if you look at it from this angle, you can see the same thing. So you've got like the front, those two, whatever they are, pylons on this and wheel covers on this. You can see that they're just a little bit different. And then, yeah, well, that's what it looks like from underneath. And yeah, you can see there's some extra molded detail on this area here. So, yeah, all in all, pretty cool. There's no wheels whatsoever on either one of these, so use your imagination. I'll go on ahead and take these off, and you can also take a look at them this way. See, so, and that's what they kind of look like, just sitting there. So, all right, let's put this aside. Yeah, so pretty nice little thing. Oh, by the way, this you didn't notice this, but yeah, the seat. There you go. Now the little seat is here, and you can see that seat here as well. It's the same molded detail there, and yeah, so it looks pretty good. So that's a thing there. So yeah, again, these wheels are not they do not move or anything. So let's go ahead and get into the transformation of this. Let's see if I remember mostly how to transform this. So. The first thing we want to do is we're going to pull these out. So we're going to make sure that these are unclipped here. And these things have a double joint, so I kind of just pull them out like so. Ooh, okay, you can see it right here. There it is. This is the thing we're unclipping. And I just want to pull those out to the side. Same thing here. And we got to kind of be careful because this part here is kind of locked into this part here. You can see this this joint right here. It's kind of curved. It fits in this groove just like that. So you want to make sure that you clear that before you pull this out. Otherwise you'll wind up pulling that out. So, all right, again, we'll pull these to the side. Let's collapse that seat we just took care of. And then we want to take this here and then just lift up the nose, and we'll put this here just for the moment. Okay, the next thing we want to do is untab these here from these panels here. So I'm going to untab that, and what I mean by that is you can see it right there, and it sticks in this area right there. Same thing on this side. That'll loosen this up and get us ready for the next part, which is to make sure that these here are lined up there and collapse these things forward, tab those slots, those tabs into those slots there on the side of them. There we go. So we got those. And now we can now lift this up and snap it into place. Do the same thing on this side, and we'll just kind of leave that there for now. Let's work on the legs. So the legs, we're going to split apart just a little bit, I think. There we go. We just untab them. They tab in two places right there. And then we're going to open up this here. Should be able to uncollapse this, okay, without breaking it. Let's see here. There it is. Whew, it's tight. So the way to uncollapse this is you're going to take this whole thing is a hinge, open it up like that, and then we're going to pull it out just like that. And do the same thing on the other side here and pull it out. Okay. And then this little antenna piece right here, you're going to want to collapse that in towards the foot there. So, or the rest of the leg, I should say. Okay. So now we're going to collapse these and close them back up. So we're going to close it over a little bit over that antenna, that car antenna thing. Do the same thing on the other side. There we go. And they should kind of snap in place, by the way. Right here, this little tab will go into that little hole. Boop. There we go. All right. Now, we're going to tilt these forward or towards the back and like so. All right. Now, we're going to turn this chest plate around, and then we're going to take this here, and we're going to rotate this way. Then we're going to rotate the arm. I think it would rotate it this way. And then we open up this panel here. And then I think, is that the way it goes? Oops. Yeah, I think we're backwards actually. So, and then we want to rotate it. So it's like a double rotate, by the way. And then when you do that, and I'll show you again on the other side, this will lock over here on his underarm. So there. And then the same thing on the other side. So make sure that's in like that. We're going to rotate this around like this. Oh, nope, this is correct. And then we want to take this and then rotate. It's like you rotate the entire fist around. And then we come back and we plug that in there. Okay, now let's take this. And we're going to collapse this here into there. So this joint right here will fit right into that groove. So pop, and there it goes. And all right, so is that pretty much it? I think that's it. Nothing else here, nothing else there. So yeah, there is Blurr, the Velocitron Blurr in his robot mode. And yeah, he looks great. Let's take a look here. Get this focused on the face. And he's got a nice little smiling face there. And I like this head sculpt. I think this head sculpt's really cool. And in some ways, it kind of reminds me of animated Blurr. So yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. Now he's got these here underneath, and yeah, you can kind of see, you know, it's kind of like a big hollow thing here. By the way, when you pull these out, these little, you can see this, like when you have this collapse like this, and you actually in transformation mode will be like this. You'll pull this out, and that just kind of gives. You don't necessarily have to lift that up, but when you transform him back, you're going to want to be able to. Whoops, that mushroom peg came right off there. So let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. All healed, all better. And then yeah, again, you're going to want that to be there. So. Yeah, he's got great articulation. I like the way this figure looks. I'm going to be honest with you. I was excited to get this when I found it at Walmart. He's got the waist swivel just fine here, and he's got like he's got the splits this way. He's got the splits this way too. And he's got no toe tilt, but he does have an ankle rocker. He's got the knee bend, and he's got he doesn't really have. He does have thigh rotation. It's thigh rotation like that. So, and of course his head is. You can turn it all the way around. Very cool. And I think it's on a ball joint. I don't know. I can't tell. So, and of course his arms will go all the way around. He's got that much of an elbow bend, and the wrist swivel. Well, I just kind of showed you that. It's kind of connected to the bottom part of this. So. Not so much. He will hold his guns just fine. You just put them in there, as well as any other 5mm peg port thing that you might have sitting around. Here he is with his welding torch and his gun. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. We can go ahead and transform this real quick. We'll do the same thing. It'll be the same instructions. So let's see here. Kind of pull this out. What I said about that. I'm going to pull this away. Okay, and pull that out. There might be just a little bit of pressure there, but yeah. Okay, we want to make sure this is unhooked. I'm going to open up that. I'm going to go ahead and open up that and pull these to the side and then collapse that seat. I'll go ahead and turn his chest plate around. Close. Can I close these up? Not yet, because they're still tabbed in back here. Oops. And we'll untab this and this. And we'll open up. We'll split the legs again. Oh boy, these are tough. There we go. It sounds like it broke, but it did not. I guarantee that. And then make sure these are untabbed. Pull this open and then swivel it out. All right, collapse in that. Close this up, and then rotate this down and over so that you have that there. And then we'll do the same thing here, and around and through and do, and there and down, snap closed. Got that and that. Okay, and then make sure these snap in here. Okay, there. And pull these up, and then the last part will be this and this. So that snap in the back. Leave this there. Take this, open this up, and rotate his arm around. Okay, same thing on this side. There. So now we can do a proper comparison of these two and the way they look in robot mode. And yeah, so you can kind of see the differences there in the head sculpts, and the paint job, and everything else. So yeah, he's got the same thing going on here as Velocitron Blurr does here. So if I can take this off, pop, there we go, and this off, there we go. Yeah, overall, I think, and you can also tell now, you can see some of the differences. Like they resculpted this waist area right here, and of course the arms reflect all the changes that I pointed out in his vehicle mode. These are different. Of course, the head sculpt is different, but there's a lot of the same stuff going on here. So paint applications are different, so that's another thing as well. But the crotch area, yeah, that's definitely a difference there. And of course, we have the difference in the actual nose cones, themselves. So that's what we got going on here. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Which one do I like? I like them both. I really do. I think that this is an excellent figure, and you can pick it up at Walmart, and along with the other Velocitron 500 collection. All right. Hey, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the Robo Samurai channel, and I'll talk to you guys later.